Hi, this is Mimi. Welcome back to my channel, and today we are going to make a very easy mini album. You need one piece of 8.5 by 11 cardstock just to start to make the cover. I have, this is 110 pound, so it's a little heavy duty, and I'm using white. You need some kind of paper pad. I'm using this paper pad here, Happy Hearts from Simple Stories. Funny story about this paper pad. I ordered it in June or July from Amazon for a commissioned piece, and it never arrived. I was told that it was in a safe place. I looked everywhere on my porch. We have a wooden flag on our porch. Behind the flag, not there. Behind the bench that's on the porch, in the flower garden, on the steps. Everywhere I looked for this paper pad. Not there. Amazon sent me a replacement. I got that one, no problem. This showed up on my porch 3 freaking days ago. Okay? 3 days ago it showed up on my porch. It is March. That was March 6th. 3 days ago. Where has it been? The package was open and the paper was not in any plastic like it should have been. Where was it? I don't know. But that's the story about this paper pad, so we're going to use it up. You can see it was just a little bit damaged, which we can use it up and be fine with it. Okay, so let's take this piece of paper and cut it down to size. We are going to use the 11.5 inch side for the width. So we're going to cut it down to, let's cut it down to 7. If you have actually watched any of my videos, you know that I'm winging it most of the time. So enjoy the ride. Okay, so 11 inches. So let's make it a 5 by 7. So that would be a 1 inch spine. Sounds great to me. So we will score it 6 and 5. Okay, score the other side. Now, you might be thinking, oh, you're making a mini album with a cover that's just out of cardstock. Yes, by the time we put all of our mats and everything on here, it will be way heavier than what it is now. So it'll work out just fine. And this is such an easy way to do a mini album, especially if you've never made a mini album before and you are interested in making a mini album, but are intimidated by making one. Especially those ones with the hinges and all the flips and flaps and tucks and all that kind of stuff can be very intimidating. I have made them so many times, and over the course of making mini albums, I've really come to enjoy making something simple. Just something simple. So let's find our cover, work on that first, and get our whole entire cover done, and then I will show you what we're going to do to make the pages, how we're going to attach the pages, and so on. Let's go as plain as we can for the cover, huh? That's what I'm thinking. Here. Polka dots. Okay, so we are 5 by 7. That means we need to cut a piece that is 4 3/4 by 6 3/4. So we'll actually, you know what? Let's just go a little bit. Let's do the 7/8. That way we're not getting that much of a border. I don't think we need a complete huge border, so we will go 7/8. Okay, and then 7/8 again. So this will be the outside front cover, and then since that's 1 inch, we will go to 7/8 of an inch for the spine. Okay, here we go. So we're going to have all of that. put that aside. Oh, and good news, I bought myself a bigger desk. Of course, it took me a while to find a bigger desk because it has to be a folding desk. And I don't have room at all. Maybe should we do that? And then do these pieces? Oh, I kind of like that. What do you think? Yeah, I agree. We'll do it like that. Break it up a little bit. Okay. Let's get these on. Yeah, so I had to find a folding, and I only have so much room. As I've said before, I craft in my bedroom. I don't have a big bedroom. So when I craft, I currently use a base of a TV tray. If you don't know what TV trays are, it's something that came about back in the day with the invention of TV dinners. You would have a tray that folds out that you would put your food on and eat in front of the TV. They still make them. They make them out of wood. The one I have folds up and the top comes off separate. So I still use the base, but my boyfriend made me another top. And it's not secure. It's not big, as I've said in another video. It is 18 by 24. It's very small. So I've been searching. I can only go 31 inches on the length of the desk. And I finally found one at a price that I would pay. Because let me tell you, these folding desks can be really expensive. And I don't need anything fancy. I just need something to open up and craft on and have some room. Okay, so here we go. We have the front done. And already it's a little bit heavier, a little bit thicker. So let's find something for the inside cover. And let's see. The florals, I don't know. How about the XOXO? Sounds good. And now we just need the same size pieces. Yes, so I can't wait, but I waited till actually I put it in my cart and it went on sale, because of course it did. So these need to be 6 7/8 also. But it did. It went on sale and I was able to buy it. But it won't be here for a while. And then 4 7/8, 4 7/8, and 1 inch. Nope. 7/8 of an inch. Thank you. Thank you for yelling at me. 7/8 of an inch. Okay. There we go. So I can't wait. I can't wait for a new desk. We will once again flip it around in the middle. Or should we do this in the middle and these on the inside? Nope, I like the, what, peachy orange color. Yeah, so my thing is about this paper pad, right? So I ordered it. It was either June or July. It never showed up. And then all of a sudden it shows up, the package is open, it's not in the plastic it should have been in, and there was barely, it's just a little bent. There's not a ton of damage. So where was this paper pad? I think my neighbors across the street got it, honestly. And then they're in the middle of redoing their house to sell. So I think that it just got lost in their stuff, but why would they open it? I don't know, but it's, what, 9 months later and it showed up? That's a little, it was not on my porch, I can tell you that much. Because I did check my porch, thinking that, you know, hey, it could have been anywhere on my porch, and it was not. I need to refill my glue. I'm also, I think I might need a new bottle soon, because this bottle is just getting harder and harder to squeeze. I don't know if it's because I need to refill it. Maybe I just don't want to use Barely Art glue anymore. Hold on, let me refill my glue. Okay, I'm back. I refilled my glue. Let's see if that helps. Now it's too tight. Burp my glue. Nope, that did not help. Struggling with the glue here. Hold on, let me clean my nozzle. Okay, there we go. My tip needed to be cleaned. If you have barely art glue, you obviously know that you can take the tip off very easily, which is one thing that I really like, and clean the tip. If you ever get clogged and you've tried everything else, you need to clean your tip. Okay. There we go. So now we have all of this covered. And now you're wondering, what are we going to do next? We are going to cut some pages. Now, how I'm putting these pages in, I'm going to cut them like simple page. How do I explain it? Let's just cut one, and then we'll see how we. Oh, that'll. Sorry. Then you'll see what I mean. So I have some more cardstock here, and I'm going to cut to 7 inches. Okay, and I'm cutting each one separate because some pages are going to have, I'm thinking they're going to be different sizes. Okay, so we'll do the first one, and it needs to be 7 by 10. So we're just going to cut the first one normal size of the album, and we are going to score it at the 5, because remember, our album is 5 by 7, and I did not do this the first time I scored, and I saw that I had some cracking. So we're going to score it that way, fold it in half, and here is page 1. Page 1. Now it is going to be attached by slipping it under either elastic or just twine. I'm going to wrap it around the spine and slip each page in. So we have page 1 done. Okay, and let me write on here that this is page 1. Okay, now let's move on to page 2. Well, actually, we'll just do all the pages immediately, and then we can score them all at once. So once again, we're cutting down to 7 inches on the 8.5 inch side. This one, I am going to leave at 11 because I'm going to score it different. So let's put that one aside. Let's do another one that is... Actually, you know what? Let's not confuse everybody. Let's make this as easy as possible. So yes, let's cut this down to 10. Okay. We're going to cut them all to 10. And let's make 6 pages? How's that sound? 6 pages? Okay. So that's 3 pages. This is page 4. And then we will move on from there. Okay. Page 5. I am hungry. Oh, it's only 9:18 in the morning. I didn't eat breakfast, but I am so hungry right now. I didn't cook dinner last night because my allergies have been really bad lately. Very bad lately. I get very dizzy and nauseous from my allergies, and my allergies were bad yesterday. So I didn't make dinner. I had a banana, an orange, and a croissant for dinner. That was my dinner. No, it was such a great dinner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so that's all 6 pages. And now we're going to score them in half. Let me move all these scraps. These will go in my scrap folder. Okay, so one at a time. Let's score at 5. So tell me, do you have bad allergies? Living in Pennsylvania is just the worst. And it doesn't help that I have indoor and outdoor allergies. So I have allergy issues all year long. And dust and dander is one of my big ones. Dust. It's dust, not dander. I have 2 dogs and a cat. So it's definitely just dust. It's not them. And it's just been really very high lately in my area. Okay. All right, that's all 5 pages. Okay. So now let's fold them in half. But my son said to me last night, I need to stop eating so bad. I eat so bad. I eat pizza and fries and fast food. And I'm like, dude, you're 19 and skinny as all get out. My kid wears a 31 waist. No lie. He needs a belt for his work pants that are a 32. He is so thin. He takes after his dad. So thin. And I'm like, dude, kid, don't worry about it. You're 19. You're burning calories just by being alive right now that I can't even imagine still burning. Like, you're good. Don't worry about it. You have a few years to worry about what you're eating. I said, but don't worry. I will cook tomorrow. Okay. So here we have all of our pages. Now, my thought is, once they're in, okay, we're going to add stuff to them, like flip outs, and we may even add smaller pages on the inside of each page. So let's figure out what we're going to do. And you know what? Let me pause. I'll figure out what I'm going to do, and then I will be back. Give me just a few minutes. Okay, I am back, and while I was off camera, I figured out what I wanted to do for each page, and then I cut and scored everything. So now what we're going to do is just get it together. Okay, and of course I'm going to need another tape. Ugh. I gotta stretch to get another double-sided tape out of my drawer. Okay, there we go. So what I'm going to do is put everything together, and then that will be the end of this video because I don't want it to get too long. I don't know how many parts it's going to be. I don't even know what I'm at right now. What am I at? I'm at 18 minutes. Okay, that's not too bad, but we'll see what happens when we get to the end. How far we are after attaching everything. So page 1 here is I have everything cut and inside. We have a full flip out. Now let's talk about this full flip out. I cut it wrong. It should have been cut at 5 1/4 by 7. I cut it at 5 by 7 1/4, so it would have been a flip down, but I did not want to flip down. I want to flip out. I did not recut it, and I'm going to tell you why I didn't recut it. A, teachable moment. B, I then decided that I kind of want the mat to hang out a little bit over here. That doesn't bother me. Having the mat show from the page underneath. And like I said, teachable moment. And, you know, it doesn't matter to me that I messed up. It happens. I was thinking of a million different things all at once, and that's what happens. Okay, so we have the first page. We're going to add our double-sided tape, and then we're going to stick it on. I also want to point out that you should always burnish your tape. It will give you a much better seal. No, that's not the word I'm looking for. Adhesion. Yes, it'll give you a much better adhesion. I'm also going to use glue. Now I'm going to use glue because it will give me a little bit of time to get it in place. I can wiggle it instead of it being stuck down right away. Just going to line it up in the corners. There we go. And we have our first flip out done. Also, I always chop the corners a little bit so when you mat it, you can't see the flip part. Okay, does that make sense? Now I have 2 half-size flip outs, 1 for each side. I am putting this on before. The pockets will go after I mat everything. I will mat the pockets. I will, however, while I have my scissor out and I'm thinking, trim the corners to get rid of some bulk. Those will go on after everything's matted. I like to mat my items, my mini albums, fully under the pocket. I know there are people out there who will mat only a little bit under the pocket. I'm not one of those people. I like to fully mat. Okay, so we're gonna put our tape on and then we will chop our corners. And then we will add these on. But I put these on because, of course, you don't want to see where you're attaching the paper to on top of the mat. That is why these go on first. You want to cover up this little strip here. You don't want to see that. So we're going to get rid of some of this bulk. And then we will put some glue on and add these. Okay. So these were cut at 2 3/4 by 7 and scored at 1/4 inch. That's this size. And then the 1/4 inch goes here. On the edge. You could also, if you wanted, put it on the other side. Put it down here if you want. Not a big deal. It's where you decide you want it to go. Okay, and if I was doing that, I would have it like this so it flips out this way and does not interfere with the middle. Okay? But you can easily do that. And as you can see, all I did was go through and think, what should I put here? And I wrote down the measurements on the actual paper because it's all going to be covered by your mats. Okay. There we go. So page 1 is now done. Get that down. Burnish it. Page 1, except for the pocket, which I am going to put in here, is done. So this is a flip out on the front. Open it up and it has smaller flip outs. These are good for journaling, decorations, and then there will be a pocket so you can put extra things in it in the back. Page 1 is done. Page 2. Page 2 has pockets on both the front and the back. I did try to mix up everything that I'm doing. I didn't want the same thing on every page. So get rid of the bulk on the pockets, put the pockets aside. Now, in here we have a half flip and a full flip. Once again, I had cut this paper wrong. Oh no, I didn't. This is the one I cut correct, but I scored it wrong. What is going on here? Anyway, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Can always be trimmed. I'm, like I said, not at all perfect. And I don't care. No matter how many times you line up your paper on a trimmer to trim it, there are times that it's just not, it just doesn't come out right. I had, for the longest time, I had bought this trimmer at, maybe it was on Amazon. I'm not sure. It was either Amazon or in my area we used to have a chain craft store. They filed for bankruptcy in 2019 and they're all closed now. But a chain called AC Moore. Let me know down below if you had an AC Moore in the comments, please. I'm just curious to know. I loved AC Moore. I preferred it over Michael's and Joann and Hobby Lobby. I don't shop at Hobby Lobby. Anyway, I bought a trimmer from either there or Amazon that it took me a good 6 months to realize that the measurements were off. So everything I trimmed was wrong. Everything. I kept thinking, I'm so stupid. Do I not know how to use a trim? Nope. Everything was wrong. Okay, so this needs to be trimmed a little bit. I don't know what happened here. That's totally my error. So we're gonna line up. Yeah, it's just a little smidgen off. What the heck did I do here? Either that or the fold is off on this page. That could also be. It could have got scored wrong. So I think that's good. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it took me a good long while to realize that it was not me. It was actually the trimmer. Yep. The whole time I'm like, I don't understand why I am screwing this up so bad every time I would cut anything. So before you think that you're just not cutting right, hey, that might be an issue. I never thought that would be an issue, but it was. And of course, I did it like that and it's not lined up. There we go. That's why I put glue on, so I can scooch it a little bit if I need to. Okay, there we go. So that one's done. Okay, now as I'm going, you might be seeing these little notes I wrote to myself. Envelope in the middle means when I put this page in, I also want to put an envelope in the middle. That way I can decorate the envelope. You can add photos inside, journaling inside, whatever, but it'll probably, I don't know what size it'll be till I get there, but that's what those mean. You'll see some of them say tags in the middle. That's what those little notes are. Just something to remind me later when we're working on the rest of the album that I want to do that. Like I said, this is a very easy album. If you've never made an album before, this is definitely the way to go for your first time. I know I am a little bit off camera down here, but you get the gist of what I'm doing. I'm just gluing in the pages and getting them exactly where they need to be, varnishing them down. Okay, and then to prep for the next the next video and the next part of this, I will then go through after I'm done here and write down all the sizes of the mats you'll need to mat everything. That way, if you are following along and you are making with me, you can prep and get that all done. Okay. So here we go again. What do we got? We got a flip up, a flip down, and where's my pocket? I lost my pocket. Okay. I don't know how I lost my pocket, but I lost my pocket. I'll cut another one then. Or do I have it shoved in an extra one somewhere? I don't know. I don't know. What is this? I don't know. Okay, we're not going to worry about it. Okay, so this one, these are cut to 7 1/4 by 5. So one will be a flip down. One will go on the other side as a flip up. Okay. So you have a flip up, a flip down. So when you open it, one will come down, one will come up. Okay. And this one is for the outside and it is a flip out. So let's get these in. And oh, okay, that's the last of that. All right, next tape. I get my tape on Amazon. I have a link for the tape I use in my storefront. My storefront is linked in the description down below. I do earn a slight commission. It's really pennies and it doesn't cost you any more. When you purchase it, it doesn't cost you any more to purchase it. Okay. But this, I used to buy the double stick tape from the Dollar Tree. As you can see, this stuff is, we get way more on a roll than the Dollar Tree. I mean, it's like triple the amount on a roll. And it is, I want to say around $10 for 9 rolls, 8 or 9 rolls. So you're getting a better deal. And it works great. Okay. Let's again clip our edges. Okay. And where's my paper? Here it is. Let's do the front first. My full flip out. I'm going to tell you that I really do think it's the smartest thing to do it the way I do it. Just go through and think about what you want to do. As I've said numerous times before, I am a fly by the seat of my pants crafter. I rarely plan things out. That's just me. You don't have to be like me. That's just the way that I am. Oh, no.
This
Hey,
is a reminder.
okay.
Take meds.
There you go. It's a reminder to take my medication, which I forgot yesterday. Take all my pills and my supplements. I'm going to refer to it as my Amazon device instead of by the name, because I don't want yours to go off if you have one. And I call mine ECHO for that very purpose, because every time somebody says it in a video, it would go off. So I changed it to ECHO, which if you didn't know that, you can do. What did I do to this one? I don't know. This one is just whacked here. Yes. I gotta remember to take my pills. I forgot yesterday. It's just supplements. Supplements and one medication. And I forgot. Because, you know, if you know me, that's me. Even with a reminder that A, goes off every day, and B, then goes on my phone, I still forget. It is fine. It is what it is. Okay, so we're going to put this here on the bottom. Like I said, this was cut 7 1/4 by 5, and you score at the 1/4 inch. And then this one, it didn't matter what side was what. I just wanted to know that I wanted a flip up and a flip down instead of a flip out. Okay. So it didn't matter to me what side they went on. Okay, if you see my head, I'm very sorry, but I gotta line these up. I try not to let my head show, but there we go. Okay. And I will cut the pocket later. So there we go with this page. And then that page. Okay. Now, this one, I wanted a belly band, so I have it cut, but once again, it'll go on last. Here's our pocket. Okay, and we only have one little flip out on this page. I did leave some pages plain. You don't have to do a mini album that has all this stuff. That's another thing I want to tell you. If you just want to do a mini album that has plain pages, instead of adding these flip outs that will add bulk, double the pages that are going to go in here. You can do that. Make this yours. This is your album. Make it how you want to make it. You don't have to make it the way I'm making it. You don't have to add flip outs and pockets and all that stuff. Add what you want to add. Make it plain. Make it all pockets. Make it all flip outs. Make it all belly bands. This is your album when you make this album, or it's whatever you want. Use your creativity. Make many flip outs. You could add on to any one of these flip outs and add even more. You know what I mean? Like you could add 3 more pieces to this flip out and have it accordion, which we're going to see next is a little accordion that I'm adding. You do what you want. And like I said, if you want to do all belly bands, all pockets, all plain, go for it. Okay, and then is this. Okay, I don't know what this was for. It's really going to bother me. Okay, so we have 1 pocket here. Let's trim out the bulk. Right? Yes. Okay. And then we're going to have a full flip out on this side. Okay. So let's, hey, nobody's here. You don't have to bark. You don't have to bark. Sorry about that. Yeah, if you want to bark, go in the kitchen and bark. Go ahead. Good boy. Do not, hey, no. Do not get sassy. Excuse me. Okay, Sammy just wanted me to know he was here. He's here. He's been very quiet. I'm the only one home. My son went to work. My boyfriend's not here. And my dad went to Walmart. So I'm the only one here. And when... you could probably hear that. I'm very sorry. When he's waiting, when Sammy is waiting, when somebody leaves, Sammy will wait in the kitchen until they come back. Why, may you ask, does he do that? Because he knows that when my dad comes back, he gets a busy bone. So he waits in that kitchen for his little treat until my dad gets back. It's very funny. Okay. So he knows he will get a busy bone, and then he'll bark like crazy. And then he will, oh, this was the one that this was the other one that I had cut wrong. There it is. So there's a little gap. Okay, now this one we are doing a flip up and a flip down. And how did I'm telling you, what is wrong with me today? I know it's 5. It's written there that it's 5. What did I cut this to? Cut it to 5 1/4. Why? I don't know. Okay. So these will meet and have a little gap in the middle. I think. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see how I cut it. Obviously, I'm not cutting anything right. I didn't get much sleep. Like I said, I was not feeling well yesterday. So the only thing I did yesterday was my March craft bingo project and my day 15 of the 100-day project. Are any of you doing the 100-day project? I am doing art journaling because I want to get better at art journaling. So that's what I'm doing for the 100-day project. But I am running out of some inspo. And I don't like just art journaling because I don't feel I'm very good at it. Which is the point of the 100-day project, huh? To get better at something. Do something for 100 days so you can get better at it. Okay, let me clean up some of this here. They're all flying everywhere. I do have a garbage can that is supposed to hang off the side of my desk, but it just gets in the way with the dog, so I don't use it all the time. And this is really something I should have been using. Okay, so we're going to put one on the bottom. Okay, so we're going to line it up on the bottom as best as we can. Okay, there we go. And then we're going to line the other one up on the top. Now, when I cut these, I didn't care if they overlapped. I didn't care if there was a gap. So we'll see what happened when I cut them. I think I cut them to 4 1/4. Yes. So there we go. So they will overlap. Okay, which is fine by me. That way, if you want, you could put a magnet. I'm not doing that. I'm, like I said, just trying to be simple, trying to be easy. Let's clean off that glue. Get this score line nice and creased. And these burnished very well. Open it up and do the same down here. Burnish it, and then we're on to, I believe, our last page. Let's put our pocket in here. Okay, so here is our last page. And this one is plain on the front and a pocket on the back. I did pocket on the backs of all of them, so like just there we go. And then these are accordions. I wrote it down somewhere. Okay, these are 7 by 10. I scored at 4 3/4 and 9 1/2. Okay. So we're going to, there's my tape. This one is a 1/2 inch. And it's a 1/2 inch because I wasn't sure. This is another little tip for you, okay? If you're not sure what you need everything to be scored at, go, like, okay, so my pages are 10 by 7. This page is 10 by 7, okay? So to do the accordion flip, I cut it to 7, and then I figured, okay, it'll flip out twice because it's 8.5 by 11 paper I'm using, so it'll flip out at least twice. Where am I going to score? I need to account that I can't have it bulked up, so it needs to be a little short of the score line, okay? And then I need to be able to have a piece to attach it. So what I did was I cut it to 7 by 10. Now, what I did to get my measurements was I figured, okay, I'm going to do it 1/4 inch shorter than the 5. So I scored it 4 3/4, and then I doubled that to get to 9 1/2. So that's why I have a 1/2 inch left to add it to the page, because I cut it to 10 and figured out after I cut it where my score lines were. That is how I'm able to just craft as I go and not have to think about it and not have to think, okay, well, I need to cut this. It needs to be this size and then double it and all. No, I cut it the one side. If I could even have left it at 11 and then just cut off the extra. So that's how I do it. I hope you understood what I was trying to say there. If not, just ask me down below and maybe I can describe it a little bit better. Okay, so once again, we're going to cut off the bulk. Okay. And then I'm going to get this score line creased. And this gets creased here. Okay, so what's going to happen is I'm going to, turn it the way it should be turned. We're going to put this on here, and then it'll fold out. So we're going to do it like that. It'll fold out, okay? So let's get this on, and then we'll move to the next side. And I got some glue there. Not a big deal. Wipe it right off. Okay. There we go. It also doesn't matter how you want your accordion to fold out. Does not matter. Just get it on. There we go. And it'll fold like that. So when it's in, be like this, and you just pull, and there we go. So let's do the other side. Same way. Put our tape on. And then once I had the measurements for the first, so for one side, I just mimicked it on the second side. So that's how I got those measurements. I really do hope you understood what I was trying to say. Probably not. Like I said, my brain doesn't always work. I never finished my coffee, and I have to finish my coffee because I have collagen in my coffee. And I've been using collagen for a little while now, collagen powder, and it actually really helps. I was having a lot of pains in my knee, and I don't really have them anymore. So I gotta drink my coffee. Okay. There we go. A little bit of glue. I believe this is it then, right? And then we'll go through and I will let you know what size mats for everything. Though, honestly, all my mats are going to be a 1/4 inch. I mean, either a 1/4 or an eighth inch shorter than the base. It all depends on if I want a bigger. So there we go. It all depends if I want more showing of the white. See? There we go. Nice accordion flip, plain, and then I have a pocket somewhere. My pocket will go right back in there. Okay. So here we go. Here's all of our pages. And I will put them in using elastic or twine. Okay, so let's look at our pages. We have the accordion page and a pocket on the back, plain front. These two flip up and down. Oops, that's all right, that'll be covered. You come out here. This flips out. This also I got glue on. It's fine, everything will be covered. And then a pocket in the back. This one will have a belly band on the front. Here's the belly band, a pocket on the back, and then just has one little half flip out. This one, full flip out, and then a flip. Oh look, I put them both flipped down. Nobody tried to stop me. Thanks guys for having my back. That's all right. Both of them flipped down, and a pocket on the back, pocket on the front, pocket on the back, and then a half flip, and a full flip, and then flip out on the front, half flips, and a pocket. Now, for the mats, everything will be 1/8 of an inch shorter than the base, okay? So for this, since this is 5 by 7, it will be 4 7/8 by 6 7/8. That's all you need to know. That's what my mats are going to be. I will get them cut and I will see you in the next video for finishing up this album. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this kind of content, please subscribe to my channel and like this video. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one.